Welcome to IBMC UAE. IBMC Financial Professionals Group. UAE India B2B Centre, the gateway of international business and investments.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to UAE India Business First, fourth program in Quwain, Emirate. On behalf of the management of IBMC International DMCC, we welcome you all to our fourth program of UAE India Business First 2017 at Quwain, Emirate. A brief about IBMC Group. IBMC Financial Professionals Group has been established by international financial professionals, and the group has emerged within a very short span of time to an internationally recognized trusted financial service destination for the global investors as their gateway of investment and related services. IBMC Group holds its business focus in the areas of international investments, consultancy, international business training and education, international law and compliance, international tax and audit, and international business consultancy. IBMC Group holds its key business focus in the areas of international investment services, including foreign direct investment, foreign institutional investment, qualified foreign portfolio investment, business and project investment, international fund setup and services, international business services, including UAE India B2B portal services, international business setup services, compliance, feasibility studies on business and sectors, business intermediary services, business service outsourcing, financial institutions, mid and back office service, digital and information technology services, international financial empowerment solutions, including international startup and innovation labs, professional financial empowerment programs and events, industry seminars, workshops, international legal and compliance services, international residency advisory services, and corporate social responsibility initiatives. The UAE India Business Fest 2017 is the first of its kind platform that comprises of industry talks, industry project presentation, execution of business and investment agreements, private business and investment meetings, exclusive B2B launch to showcase and scheduling business and investment discussions on upcoming sector-wise projects. Investors and business groups from both countries are able to identify, analyze, and explore the opportunities that UAE and India is offering. Through this platform, multiple projects from business incubation to public-private partnerships was showcased in an effective manner to the right class of business community, including the Indian business groups, UAE nationals, and other nationalities located in India, UAE, and other countries. Industry workshops and seminars were led by a team comprised of a group of industry professionals from UAE, India, and overseas, who are experts and have ability to provide practical guidance on all aspects of business in both the countries. The key focus of the topic discussed were the recent bilateral treaties signed between India and UAE. Industry talks and project proposals showcased the possibilities and new arena of business and investment to the participating investors and the business class. This UAE India Business Fest activities will be held in all the Emirates and which will showcase the strength of each Emirate business and investment opportunities. In fact, UAE India Business Fest 2017 started on 20th March 2017 from Dubai Emirate, and the inaugural function was done in Armani Hotel Burj Khalifa. The second program in this session we conducted on 10th May 2017 at the Sharjah Emirate at the Sharjah Chamber of Commerce headquarters. And the third program of the Business Fest we conducted in Ajman Emirate at Ajman Palace Hotel. And this is the fourth program in the series, and we are conducting today at Quwain, which will connect and materialize the business and investment opportunities between UAE and India with a specific focus to Quwain Emirate. The Business Fest 2017 will focus more on the support to the Quwain economical developments and diversification plans by the way of conducting business workshops and industry seminars for the business and investment diversification. There will be industry workshops till the evening 7 p.m. followed by industry seminars. Unlike in the other events, UAE India Business Fest provides the opportunity to have direct one-to-one meeting and discussion with our key speakers of the day. We have dedicated business launch facility, and our invitees interested to have one-to-one meeting with any of the panelists can register at our counters and have direct meeting with the panelists who are presenting the papers here. With this note, to officially start our program for the day, may I request Mr. Sajid Kumar, Global Networks, to give the opening remarks.
Very good morning. Warm welcome to IBMC UAE India Business Fest 2017, Quwain Emirate. Quwain Emirate is going to witness fourth program of UAE India Business Fest 2017. Today, we are covering various industrial topics, various sectors, focusing and supporting the diversification program of Quwain Emirate. UAE India Business Festival mainly focusing for the diversified business and investments, providing support to the business class and investors for doing their investments and starting business across UAE. UAE India Business Fest started in the month of March. It's a 10 months long program and ends at Abu Dhabi in December. UAE India Business Fest providing the service and support to the business class and investors on various sectors of research, information and report, where they can come and start new sectorial activities and diversified business focus. We all well know about the downturn of the price of oil from 149 to 35 range. This is showing the economical diversification, the importance of economical diversification across UAE and all oil revenue based countries. So here in UAE is also planned well diversified programs. IBMC Group is providing its all expertise, experience and support to start different new sectors and different sectors activation from India, and also the investors can able to see India's opportunities. UAE India Business Festival focusing two economies, UAE and India. So UAE is focusing for diversified investments and business. Why India? In India, Bombay Stock Exchange itself is having more than 5,500 listed companies from 36 sectors. So definitely, India will be the first economy can support UAE for diversified activities. IBMC Group is trying to explore opportunities from 12 major sectors, that is from non-oil sectors. Definitely that will support to the economies of UAE. We are conducting across UAE and going each Emirates to show the importance of diversification and taking the opportunities. Quwain Emirates, no doubt, is having that much opportunities from tourism sector onwards, where today our industry speakers will give more insight on each and every sectors. Thank you so much. I hope that you will explore all the opportunities from this event. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sajid Kumar.
May I request Mr. Anup PS, CBO and ED IBMC Global Network to speak about Quwain Emirate perspective.
Good morning. Once again, welcome you all to UAE India Business Fest, our fourth program in Quwain Emirate. As Mr. Sajid Kumar, our CEO, was rightly mentioning, we are conducting the UAE India Business Fest in all the Emirates in UAE. We started with Dubai in Burj Khalifa Armani, second program in Sharjah Chamber of Commerce, third event in Ajman in Ajman's Palace Hotel, and this is our fourth program in Quwain. Now, the reason why we are conducting in all the Emirates of UAE is that we want to explore the possibilities and we want to showcase that possibilities of each Emirate to the investment community. We are doing this particular program live in YouTube, and a vast number of audiences watching the same thing, and it will be kept as a reference for a large number of corporate clients to watch each of the topic which we are discussing today in a detailed manner. We are representing UAE India Business Fest, which is the main purpose is to connect the business opportunities between India and UAE, and by showcasing the specific opportunity of each emirate, then only the investment public will be getting an idea like what exactly is the possibilities in that emirate. Many times the emirates like Quwain, Ajman, and all these places, the actual opportunities are not shown in the public, the real investment business community. In fact, when we were discussing with the Quwain Free Zone Authority, the general manager, he was saying that within a very short span of time, they were able to register more than 4,000 companies in the Quwain Free Zone, which is considered to be a very large number. So the registration fees and the other opportunities which they are providing, it is very attractive, and even there is no need of even coming here for registering. Sitting in your place itself with the registration process can be completed. So such kind of opportunities are available in this emirate, and this emirate is offering a large opportunity for tourism development activities as well. And they are giving much more focus for the education industry and healthcare industry as well. So today we have a lot of expert panelists coming here, and we'll be discussing much more about the opportunities coming in the emirate of Quwain, and that will be very much useful for the investment community. Apart from this, we will be covering a lot of topics today that will be of higher relevance to this particular industry. We have experts coming from different industry segments, and also we will be covering different topics connected to the value-added tax which is coming there, the new legal systems which is being implemented in UAE. So in total, IBMC's UAE India Business Fest is showcasing the industry-wise opportunities in each emirate connected with the legal changes, the compliance requirements, and the upcoming changes which is coming to the market as well. So I wish you all your wholehearted cooperation and participation to the event, and thank you very much once again for joining us today. Thank you. Now may I request Dr. Tariq A. Nizami, Chief Executive Officer and founder of CEO Clubs Network Worldwide, to present the paper on Export 2020 and the business and investment opportunities at Quwain Emirate. Dr. Tariq Ahmad Nizami is the founder of CEO Clubs Network Worldwide, having its local chapter CEO Clubs UAE, which is the largest business networking club in the world, having the presence in 24 countries with more than 16,000 exclusive elite CEOs and high executive members worldwide. CEO Clubs Worldwide hold regular exclusive business events in Dubai and other parts of the world to provide platform for international businessmen to meet local businessmen to explore and connect business opportunities between elite exclusive members worldwide. He has education from USA with more than 35 years of experience by heading an international holding company which has interest in real estate, gold and diamond, oil, trading, travel, entertainment, media, hospitality, CEO Clubs Network, medical, charitable institution, fashion, education, financial and information technology. Dr. Tariq Ahmad Nizami has received more than 22 international awards and appreciation, including United States Presidential Medal in 1989, USA and Middle East Award, Masterclass Entrepreneur of the Year by GCC Chamber of Commerce and Industry in 2012. He is also United Nations Global Compact Initiative representative in UAE and UN UAE Steering Committee member and an executive director of Hollywood Studios International, Los Angeles, USA, which makes Hollywood movies. He is also the CEO of CEO Clubs Holdings, a group parent company. Once again, welcome Dr. Tariq Ahmad Nizami. Sir.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Good morning. I'd like to thank the organizers of UAE India Business Feast, especially Mr. Sajid Kumar, for hosting this initiative. And I think, this is fourth of Emirate that he's hosting. And I think that's an initiative should be applauded by the business community, that what he's doing, connecting UAE and India business community. Today, the topic that I would be covering is about Expo 2020 and what could Quwain can take an opportunity from the Expo 2020. As His Highness Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan creativity and strength and determination build a nation and continue to welcome and utilize the talent of those people that came from all over the world to inspire the country, the UAE, what is their promise and their achievements. And also the His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the UAE Vice President and the Prime Minister and ruler of Dubai. I like to quote that we should always be practical, realistic, and optimistic. So that's a vision this wonderful country is all about, that you have to have a vision and passion to work whatever industry you belong to. We CEO Club is an international organization, more than 3 decades old. Have a presence, like I say, more than 24 countries with 16,000 CEOs in all industries. Our focus is to bringing in the local business community and international business community on one platform. We have a presence in UAE for more than 11 years. We are the only organization patroned by the royal family of Dubai. We have support from all the Emirates of UAE and all the departments of Chamber of Commerce and Economy Department to bring the FDI into this country and promote the business community of UAE into different sectors. We have multiple agreements with different departments, and all are focused on bringing in the investment. And I'm sure the Quwain have a lot of things to offer that the CEO Club will be contributing it on their share to explore the opportunities in UAE and abroad. Since my subject is Expo 2020, so before I go on to the subject, I like to play a short video so we all know what is Expo 2020 in Dubai is all about. So Expo 2020, like it mentions, that this is the opportunity for all of us. As we all know, Dubai have a long history of facilitating connections and pioneering new ideas, and Dubai Expo is the one example of Dubai. This is no different than practical 70% of expected 25 million visitors would be visiting in UAE during that time. So every Emirates have to take an advantage of these 25 million visitors. They're not only coming to see the expo, they're also coming to see the culture, the local environment, and take a business advantages also. Um, it therefore provides a unique platform for global business people to look in the options and local community to come together and explore the creative and solution and business team. As the expo mentioned that they have three themes in the expo: sustainability, which that means lasting sources of energy and water; mobility, which means that a smart system of logistic and transportation; opportunity, a new path to economic development. So the World Expo 2020 in Dubai is under the theme of connecting minds and creating the future. I think this theme says itself that you have to be working for the future. Due to the Expo International and local tourism increase and hospitality industries and other businesses, we expect, like I said, 25 million visitors, and it will create more than 300,000 new jobs. So there are opportunities for every Emirates to take advantage in different industries. Expo, like I say, it will be a new city in the rise in Dubai. UAE is a model of opportunity, and Expo 2020 will show to the world. UAE also uniting the global World Expo, so that shows that the whole world is looking what is happening in Dubai during that time. And inshallah, Dubai will make the history of hosting a expo, a very different expo than what has happened in last years. You know, at this time, I want to play another very short video to before I talk about the opportunities in the expo. Yeah. This just video showed the site of the Expo 2020. So that is, you can imagine that's a big site. It's not only the Expo, it's the surrounding area for the private sector is a big investment. So Expo 2020 is a new opportunity for local business people, regional and global, to explore and plan the future of their investment opportunities which will arise due to the Expo, and which is already in a great fast lane. As a local business community, I encourage them to be ready to invest in Expo 2020. You don't have to be on site. There are a lot of other opportunities that will be providing the services for the Expo and the tourism coming in. CO Club is always playing a key role promoting UAE. Opportunities, bringing investment in all parts of the world, and especially Indian business community can take a big advantage, be very close to UAE. The city urban planning that also involves evaluating the amount of offices and the retail space needed for Expo 2020 needs. There are currently 5.1 million square meter of existing office space and there is a demand for more than 2 million square meters that they already predict that in next few years. And total retail area is right now 5.3 million square meter and expected to increase 6.5 million square meters. So what that shows that the retail industry have a lot of expansion and a lot of opportunities. It is, as you know, the real estate is the backbone of UAE. A lot of projects going on in commercial area, communities, tourism and retail. So this would be one of the top industry that I think they will be a winner in this Expo 2020. 40% of the respondent, they say that also the financial sector would be a main gainer in Expo 2020 because there would be a lot of financial, because the whole project is more than I understand $24 billion that it would be invested directly or indirectly related to the Expo 2020. We in the CO Club have brought more than $500 million in UAE in last 11 years. And I think we will be contributing our share into this. And just to officially say that CO Club is one of the officially procurement supplier of Expo 2020. So we are contributing. There are hundreds of tenders of different service and suppliers that has already been floated by Expo 2020 team. And there is much more tenders would be coming through and everything going through the tender process. And anybody can participate, but they has to be approved or they have to be a part of some organization. And that they can be. We as a CO Club have more than 50 tenders that from our members have submitted. And we as CO Club are approved for 80% of more than 370 categories that we are registered procurement supplier for the Expo. I want to talk about the exact opportunities that would be available into the Expo and which Quwain can take really a big advantage is the real estate, definitely commercial, residential. And I see Quwain is growing, I see a lot of new brands I see coming here. Real estate communities are built. These are the good start, and I think it's not only the resident of UAE or a resident of Quwain, is there a lot of opportunities from the region that they will be moving in at that time for the business and for the tourism. So there should be a lot of tourist-related hotels and facilities, and especially there will be a lot of events will be going on during that time. That the hospitality industry can really take advantage. So hospitality definitely would be one of the winners in the Expo 2020. Tourism, like I say, more than 25 million people. So you just calculate in a 6-month time period, there'll be millions of people floating into UAE. So there would be a lot of tourism. Doesn't mean only hotels. They do invest, they do buy, they do need transportation. So there is multiple things related to tourism that can be advantage and Quwain can be play some role. Aviation, definitely most of these people will be 90% will be flying in. So there are a lot of opportunities in aviation industry. It's not only airline. There is airline need supplies, airline need services. Those are conducted by the private sector. So there are opportunities that in aviation industry and transportation I mentioned, and not only privately but commercially transportation that can do. Human resources, there are more than 300,000 jobs would be created and already been created. So human resource definitely the blue and white collar jobs, the expert professionals requirements are definitely there that could be explored. Supplies and material, as you know, all these industries are mentioned. There are a lot of supplies, there are a lot of materials has to be provided. locally and internationally. And Quwain, they have distribution center, they have good beaches and all these things. So and port close to it, so they can take a big advantage of Quwain companies can bring those and be part of this and contribute this in expo part. Consultancy services, not only financially or privately, because everything what we do, you do need consultant, you do need architecture work, you do need other services. So there are other related services that definitely would be required in this. And I think all these industries that I have mentioned, the Quwain and the surrounding Emirates can really take advantage now because all these services, most of the services would be taken now because there's only about around 2 years from now we will be hosting an expo. Exactly, I think is launching in October, I understand, in 2020. So we have, 2-3 years only to do all this work and everything. Indian business community should take a big advantage. They are one of the largest business community here in UAE. And they should participate in different opportunities in the expo area. Participate in tenders, participate in service industry, financial sector, and they're already doing very heavy investment into the real estate sector. And supplier is definitely one of the major that is available for in 80 different categories that they can participate in supplies. Opportunities will come in pavilion wise. There will be more than 74 countries pavilions, what I understand would be participating. So all these 74 country pavilions, and there would be around 60 private pavilions. So what that means is all these pavilions need to be built on their specification, need to be built by their design. So there are a lot of opportunities other than the expo, other than the pavilion, the surrounding of the expo area. There's a lot of residential, commercial, and office spaces. If you go around the site now, there are already a lot of construction has started. So the value of real estate, definitely in the surrounding area, during the expo or prior to the expo, would be a good investment for the real estate investors, And service provider for all these pavilions that they will be building, they all need the local expertise. They can't, let's say, other countries coming from Turkey, UK, whatever, they will have to have the local expertise and local consultant. So those are the people that can really take advantage into the sector and everything. And like I mentioned, the CEO Club presence and the credibility that's been here since 2006 in UAE. We appreciate the confidence and trust of the UAE government and different sectors that they take advice from us. Let me share with you, we are the only organization by Dubai Economic Department have signed agreement out of 80 plus organization in UAE to help the local business community, and we are conducting special events starting in October how to explore the business opportunities into UAE. So we as a CEO Club will keep doing what we are doing. We also have the businesswoman division that helping the local Emirati businesswomen and local expat businesswomen to explore into the opportunities, not only the expo in the regular business and everything. And I again appreciate and thank Mr. Sajid Kumar for giving me the opportunity. And I wish all his efforts and everything for the UAE India Business Feast 2017, that what he started it, that will have a great ending in December. And I wish him from behalf of CEO Club and all of our board members for his efforts and everything. And I wish the Quwain business people to come forward and take part. You have to take this step now. Otherwise, it might be too late. When you are ready, all things are gone. They are doing very early start, what I understand. So I'm sure I can't go in detail of the business opportunity, but I just wanted to give some great overview that these are the sectors actually that could be an opportunity for Quwain business people. So I like to thank you all, and I like say, let's learn from past to correct our present for better future. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Tariq Nisami, CEO and founder, CEO Clubs Network Worldwide, for that very informative speech. Thank you very much, sir. Our next speaker for the day is Dr. Abdul Qadir Fahisi. Doctor will be speaking about the opportunities of inbound and outbound tourism opportunity business in the changing business scenario of UAE. May I request Dr. Abdul Qadir Fahishi to kindly present the paper. Dr. Abdul Qadir Fahishi, he is having a PhD in tourism operation. He is currently the Chief Executive Officer of Data System International in UAE, and he was previously the General Manager in SoftNet System in Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. He is a lecturer in Sir Said University, Karachi, Pakistan. He is a guest lecturer in Skyline University in Sharjah. He is also a guest lecturer in Al-DICP University in Fujairah. His scope of work varies in IT solutions, tourism, travel, logistics, transport, trading, and insurance sector. May I welcome Dr. Abdul Qadir Fahishi.
Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to all of you, and thanks for Mr. Shajid Kumar to invite me here to give you some internal information about the travel and tourism, what's going on in the Quwain. And this is the best approach for the UAE India Business Fest, which they are continue doing from the last 1 year for the road show to give the all information about what's happening in the UAE. And now, especially we are talking about the Quwain because this is the area where the new opportunities are coming. And as all of you know that the travel and tourism is the hub for the UAE, and I will show you in a detail what's going on and what is next coming up in the travel and tourism industry. First of all, as all of you know that the travel and tourism industry from the beginning, it was a eye-catching for the UAE, for the new visitor. They are always starting a new idea. They are always making innovative things, and they are all encouraging to the people to come and see what's going on in the world scenario. The best part of the travel and tourism, although the UAE is trying to invite the people for the not only the guest, also a good opportunity for the investment in this travel and tourism industry. To give you the exact idea, let's go to the this is just to give you the idea in the travel industry. We are okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, when we are talking about the travel and tourism benefits as a goal objective, first thing what we have to do as an investor or as a new opportunity which is coming, we have to identify and consult popular international travel and tourism destination. As all of you know that in UAE we have many destination places where traveler have to visit, and traveler have to know about his history, his background, and his information about each destination. And there is a penalty of opportunities are available for the UAE for this destination. Mode of transportation, accommodation, and tours. So these are the second factor which encouraging to the tourism department to help it out how the transportation will work. There is a lot of transportation is available, and there is a lot of opportunities are there for further enhancement. So the people from the India or from all over the world, they have the opportunity to come to Dubai and come to UAE and make the advantage of this facility to utilize the full function. Understand what it takes become a successful travel agent with the IATA travel sales and tourism operation. So as a tourism and travel is a very wide spectrum. So it starts from the beginning till the end of the journey. So each part, the travel agent or the travel agency or the destination management companies have the opportunity to guide to the tourist, to invite and to give the complete information about what's going on. And as all of you know, as for Expo 2020, so this is also a new phenomena for the people who wanted to real investment in this industry. This is a good opportunity for the people to come and enjoy this facility. And Quwain, as we are discussing, this is a new area which is going to start with the tourism things. So this is also a good opportunity to come and invest in this region. Improve your customer services, sell skill, and better advise clients about when and where to travel based on the need. So this is also very important for the destination management company to guide to the tourists, because once they are coming to the UAE, they wanted to know where, when, why to visit the place or the destination. So this is the all responsibility will goes to the travel agencies or destination management company to guide them, to facilitate them, and to help them to understand what to do. A skill for the construction complex travel itinerary, which make from ticket to the light facility, which is covered as a whole objective of the system. As an international tourism, if you see the graph itself, it's showing the Middle East is in the second style of the stage. The first one is South Asia, second one is the Middle East, third one is Africa, then East Asia Pacific, then American and the Europe. So the graph itself shows that how many millions people are coming and what's the graph showing and what is the forecast is there. So in this international tourism, you will find exactly the path from the last 4 or 5 years till 2020. It is going at the angle of 45 degrees. So it means it is a very high sign of showing what's activity going on the UAE and in the region, and especially for the all covering area like Sharjah, Ajman, Ras Al Khaimah, Fujairah, and all are participating as a UAE. So if you see the graph itself, it shows that where we are and how we are working on this segment. If you see as a specific here, we are last 5 years, we was in the position of 4th in a worldwide. The first one was the London in UK, second is Bangkok, third is Paris, and 4 was Dubai, and 5th was the New York. So we was standing on the rank of 4th as a UAE, in terms of people, and what the percentage which we was having is almost 10% changing. We was doing every year, we are increasing in the segment. Now, if we will just compare last 3 years, you will see very clearly that Dubai jumped to the rank 3rd position. So now it shows that on the new coming years, we will be fighting with the things to make it more attractive as a UAE to bring it more. And now in Dubai we have 17.6 million people was expected this year, and we are almost cover more than that figure which was expected. So if you compare in 2005 we was 14.5 million, in 2016 15.97 million, and now in 2017 17.6 million, which we already covered in the second quarter or beginning of the third quarter we already completed. So this shows that how we are actively involved in our travel and tourism industry. See, this is also a very good graph to show you how it's work. As I told you that 20 million visitors are participating in Expo 2020, and Mr. Tariq Nizami already explained more about the Expo 2020. So I'm just showing you the figure how in the travel and tourism, how we are improving. And I compare from 2011 to 2023. It means before Expo 3 year and after the Expo 3 year, what is our expectation of the people which is sharing in terms of billions AD, what the business we are expecting and how we are growing. So you see that we are talking about the billions, 16.5% or above is our target, which is going to be completed as a GDP. So once we talk about the GDP, we talk about the growth. So if you see the graph from 2011, 12, 13, slowly, gradually we was increasing. But after 2013 to 2023, in 10 years, we specifically very high jump to make it this industry as a investor opportunity to come here and make the full use of this benefit for the functions. If you see, I'm just talking about as a Indian investment for the UAE, what's the mission and what the executive summary which we have. This is the main point, is bridge between India and UAE, because India have the more opportunity here for the business, because Dubai and UAE is the destination from where the guests or the passengers are traveling. The good thing from the UAE government that the all Indian nationalities, they already given him the advantage who have the card, they can come on live and get the visa online directly from there. Second thing is the event government organization in UAE and India. So there is many programs are going on between India and the UAE to have a participation, and a cultural program are there. There is many facilities which we are offering to the investor to come and make the investment in this area and promote India as a tourist place worldwide. So it is not only a one-way traffic, we have two-way traffic also. It means from here, once the all world are coming, we can promote India also as a part of the destination, and there is a good opportunity for the investment is available. The mission, providing excellent and world-class quality service in the industry and refine, exceed the expectation of our client and our guests. So this is the main objective of the system. Vision, objective to achieve the complete satisfaction of every traveler. So the UAE government is planning to have a full, complete assistance to each and every traveler to here and facilitate the function. So good service, of course, is required, and there is a penalty of area where new opportunities are there, so the people are most welcome to come and participate. As travel and tourism is not only a one segment, it have A to Z solution for the people, including transportation, including accommodation, including the facility for the guests. So this is a good opportunity to come and invest in this segment in a different way of the travel and tourism industry. What services are available as a travel and tourism? First thing is a visa and hotel booking. So once we are talking about the visa, UAE government is very flexible to give the visa, and very fast processing is going on. Even nowadays, you can get the visa within a 1 day or 2 day, you can get the visa. So this is the government is also taking a effective pressure to give him the visa as fast as they can do. Second thing is the hotel booking. So once we are talking about the accommodation, hotel are the more important factor which we consider as a tourist to come to the any destination. Now there is more than 16,000 hotels are just in a room available in UAE for the guest arrival. So there is many hotels are there, and penalty of hotels are coming up. Many hotels are on the final stage where all the construction, all the interior, everything is ready just to open. So there is many rooms, many buildings are available for the hotel. Ticketing, as I discussed, it is IATA, so you can have IATA. Even you can not, IATA also can work and issue the ticketing. There is every minute the airlines are coming, airports are very busy. We have more airports and more flights to accommodate, and we are fully equipped with all the things which are accommodate to the travelers. Transportation services, yes, we have the transportation here, including metro, including buses, including taxis, including private cars. So all kind of transportation is available. We have visas available for the outside traveler, including 14 days visa, 30 days visa, and 90 days visa. So people can come and enjoy, and they can take as they wanted, they can stay. The other thing is the medical tourism. This is a very good opportunity for the medical tourism, because nowadays we are promoting full medical facility from all over the world to the people, including in the UAE and as well as outside. So we have the multiple way of medical tourism which we are promoting, and medical tourism as itself shows we have facility from the beginning till the end. So a complete medical treatment can be given to the guest and the traveler. The next thing is the event management. Yes, there is an opportunity for event management to come and make any events in any way what they wanted to have, start from the small scale to medium scale or to high scale. They can arrange an event here. Then we have exhibitions. So in exhibition, they can show and they can showcase their items, their services, their consultancy, everything they can make the exhibition. And as in the World Trade Center, we are having all around the year, we have different exhibitions and the program. We do also the training program. So the training program between India and UAE as a vice versa, we are offering to the people to give the training and all. Cultural program and educational program also. So there is a many spectrum for use of the travel and tourism industry can help in the way. Once you are coming to the UAE or Dubai, then you have penalty of activities which you can do it here. It's from 1-star to 7-star hotels are there. There's many special desert safari, dog cruise, city tour, helicopter tour, and many services. We have more than 300 services are available here which attract the guests to come and see the experience. And as well as in Quwain also, we are having some destination to make the popular for this segment. This is all about the medical tourism, how it will be promoted, and this is a good opportunity to promote the medical clinic and hospitals for different things as a medical tourism. Now, when we talk about the B2B e-commerce solution, so IT can be involved in any way in the travel and tourism segment. So IT industry also most welcome to come and participate in the portal, in the website, and in the e-commerce solution with the payment gateway, and everything can be there. So the IT infrastructure is fully equipped and available. The people can come and enjoy with a full built-in CRM system and all. So there is a good opportunity for the IT also in the industry. Now here I'm just giving you a brief idea about the people who wanted to come and start a travel and tourism industry. So just to give you a roughly idea that what's the requirement for set up a company, you have different things to be done. So it is just a idea about the industry, that what are the requirements for the travel and tourism to have a establishment company as a DMC or as a travel agency to have there. These are the manpower's requirement for the to travel and tourism industry, what the factors. Then here is the budget, what is the budget we are looking for. And here is the profit analysis are there, which give you the ROI and all. And here is the profitability, which you can get it from the hotel, from the travel, from the visas, from the other services. So these are the activities are there which you can have and utilize the function, which shows to you what's the feature. And there is a expansion plan also you can do as a DMC. You can do like a safari, you are doing a camp, you can make dog cruises, you can make the land cruisers, hotels, rent a car service worldwide. So this is all expansion, you can do it in this segment. So this is all about the travel and tourism, what's happening in UAE and in Quwain. So Quwain is also a place where the people have to come and visit and see the sites. And as a whole, because Expo 2020 is very near, just 2-3 years is in line, and all activities are initiated and work is going on. So there is a good opportunity here to come and the investment for the in this industry. Lastly, I thank for Sajid Kumar for your invitation for me to come here and give you some idea. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for your valuable presentation. May I request Dr. Abdul Qadir Fahisi to be kindly on the stage, and I request our CEO and Director, Mr. Sujit Kumar, to kindly hand over a token of respect, a memento from our side.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. If you have any questions, we can have it. Doctor is ready. From the audience, any questions regarding the presentation? Binay?
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. It's a very nice question. Yes, once we are talking about the medical tourism, what's the good thing is there, uh, all specialty of the world doctors are available in UAE. Some are on the regular basis, some they are coming on the appointment basis, and they are making the scheduling for this one. So the people can come and make the treatment of the tourism in Dubai, and at the same time we are having many hospitals and clinic in India, in Russia. They are a specialty in Ayurvedic things. We make the collaboration with them. We offer their services to all UAE, GCC people, because they are, before they was coming and asking him the where to go and how to make the treatment. Now because as a medical tourism, we joined with many Ayurvedic treatment in India, and they are specialized on their field. So what we do, we are putting the people, guiding to them. We are giving him the full A to Z solution, that when you can go, how you can go, what will be the requirement for this treatment, and how long it will take the treatment. And during your stay, we are fully responsible to give him the full assistance to them. And as we have the joint venture with the hospital and clinic, and yet we are expecting more and more hospitals from India, from all over the world, to come and offer their services to here. Then we can promote from here to the all over the world to give a facility, medical facility, so they can enjoy. And of course, when we are talking about the economical solution of the medical, yes, we have opportunity, we have the solution to go and make the treatment there. And during the stay, they can take the family member or friends with them. They can enjoy. At the same time, they will get a treatment, as well as they will see the opportunity and all. So there is a lot of opportunity for medical tourism is yet available for the people for all over the world, and especially in India. There is a many things which they are offering, and we are also starting to offer them. I hope you understand this one.
Yeah, thank you so much. Again, business perspective for revenue, focusing more into that online based revenue, because nowadays the branch concept, 50 plus branch concept, we have already shown the major revenue part is coming from the branches. So not only to that, what we are asking about the online perspective, the revenue, how to make it, and to what kind of softwares are available for whether it's presently available or not. Can you please explain about that?
Mr. Sujit Kumar is asking about what is the role of the IT software which is already incorporated here and what are the chances to be there. Yes, this is a very virgin market for the IT. As you know that now when we are talking about any ERP system, online system and integration payment gateway, of course, by that way, nowadays, if you take the example of the doing online payment, online gateway, and the branches. So what you required as a IT, a complete solution with less manpower and more attractive and more fast and more reliable solution. So the software nowadays is in the market. There is a lot of software is available, but still there is a chance for the IT companies to come here and offer their services in this industry. So because the businesses grow, so every company, they are increasing their branches within the UAE and out of UAE also. So by making a centralized database, what is the advantage you are going to get it with very less human resources? You can make a maximum utilization of the software and make the utility as an integration solution. So yes, now what happened that all the branches are connected to the head office. Head office can be here, can be outside, and monitor and day-to-day operation, the accuracy, security, all information are available with the software. And yes, as the pace of the software is going on, increasing day by day, new opportunities are coming, new technologies are coming. So it is a good opportunity here for the people who can come and participate with us in the software industry.
Thank you so much. So as sir mentioned, definitely this will be the opportunity. There's a tourism sector, considering that 2020 Expo and all other activities are coming up. Tourism sector is becoming booming industry. So we all are inviting UAE existing business class and from India also to start this sector and taking the benefit from this sector. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Abdul Qadir Farshi and Mr. Sajid Kumar. We'll move on to the next topic. Our next presentation is on value added tax implications to UAE business community, And our key speaker for the day is Mr. Joseph Philip. He is the country managing partner for Stewart and Hamlin Chartered Accountants. May I request Mr. Philip, Joseph Philip, to kindly come to the stage. Mr. Joseph Philip is a chartered accountant and he is a fellow member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India with over 22 years of experience in the field of assurance audit, internal audit, business consultancy, due diligence audits, feasibility studies, business risk and control reviews, company setup and accounting areas. He served as a visiting faculty for the management students and actively involved in the value added tax study circles, material presentations, transaction services. He strives to deliver a range of services with a professional touch. He is functioning as the country managing partner of Stewart and Hamlin Chartered Accountants, and Stewart and Hamlin is a chartered accountant firm registered with the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Australia and New Zealand, with the worldwide offices in UAE, India, and USA, carrying a rich professional experience over 2 decades. May I request Mr. Joseph Philip to kindly present the topic on value-added tax implications to UAE business community. So please.
Good morning to all. Nowadays, wherever we go, the hot topic in the market, whether it is a function, whether it is a celebration, whether it is an office function, the hot topic in UAE is VAT, because VAT is going to be introduced in UAE from 1st of January. Why we are so concerned about VAT? Because this is something new here in UAE, but it is a concept which is there in the world for the last 100 years, and it is used as a tool for revenue generation for the last 60, 70 years all over the world. So we don't have, why we are so concerned about VAT? Because VAT is something new here. Otherwise, there is nothing much to be concerned or nothing much to be worried about VAT. Before entering into the topic of VAT, I would like to just mention 2-3 terms about VAT, because otherwise when I am into the course of the presentation, you may not be able to understand what are the topic about. So I believe you all must have participated in some of the seminars by Ministry of Finance, which has conducted all over the UAE. Ministry of Finance has conducted so many seminars all over the UAE. So you may all maybe participated in that. So basically, the first term which I want to bring to your notice is, what is input tax? You may be knowing what is input tax. The tax which we pay on making any purchase is called input tax. And what is output tax? Output tax is the tax which we collect when we are selling the goods. So these are the 2 terms which normally comes into always in use during our presentation. So in VAT, what is the main concern as far as the UAE is concerned? I want to make you understand how VAT functions. In a business, suppose we are a retailer and we are purchasing goods from an wholesaler. just for an example, we are purchasing goods worth 50 dirhams, and we are paying VAT at the rate of 5% because VAT is 5% here in UAE, and we have paying VAT at 5%. So 5% on 50 will be 2.5 dirhams. And what will be, and we are adding some value addition to that, say 5.5 dirhams, and some profit, say 2 dirhams. And we are selling to a retailer at 60 dirhams. And on 60, we have to collect another 5% of VAT. So we will be collecting from the retailer 3 dirhams. And we have already paid 2 dirham 50 fils to the government. And so what is the input tax here? Input tax is the VAT we paid to the government on the purchase, that is to the supplier, that is 2.5 dirhams. And the output tax is the VAT we collected from our customer, that is 3 dirham. So what is the VAT payment we have to make to the government is 0.5 or 50 fils. So VAT will not be will not create an impact because the input tax and the output tax will be netted up and the net VAT will be paid to the government. So as far as the business is concerned, what will be the impact? There is no impact as far as the business is concerned because it will not add to any cost to the business. It is only the administration process which is taking place as far as the VAT is concerned. So it is not an additional cost to the business. The only impact is we have to collect, we have to pay, and we have to go through an administrative process. That is the concern of the business community. So what is the VAT registration threshold? UAE VAT law has been published by Ministry of Finance, and all the business entities here have to register if the minimum turnover is 375,000 or more. So what is minimum threshold is if you are doing a business of 375,000 or more, it is compulsory that you have to register for VAT. And there is an optional registration, and you can register if your turnover is more than $50,000 or 175,000 dirhams. That is an option. That is an optional registration. So if we consider 375,000, it is a very small amount considering the operation is concerned. So we can say that almost all the people in UAE, all the business concerns in UAE may have to register because 375,000 is a very low threshold. So all are very much concerned about VAT, but there are certain positives of VAT. What are the positives of VAT? Because nowadays we do not have the system of proper accounting. Many of the entities which are running the business in a small level, they do not have a system of proper accounting. They do not have a disciplined way of accounting. So this discipline into the accounting and operating system will come into effect once VAT is there. That is the one positive aspect. Then transparency. Nowadays what is happening is there is no much transparency as far as business operation is concerned, because there is no any authority to look into our operations, and because of that absence of transparency. But when VAT comes, actually transparency will come into effect. Then bankers can rely more on our numbers. Nowadays, the major problem or major risk is that they are not in a position to rely on other numbers given by the entities, because for the convenience of getting loans or exposure, we may modify our numbers and give to the bank. So when VAT comes, actually, that transparency will come into, and bankers can rely more on the numbers. And from the government side, government is expecting to collect around 10 to 12 billion in the first year of VAT implementation. So this is a major revenue collection, and which can be utilized or which can be used for the infrastructure development and for meeting the fiscal deficit. So there are many positive aspects as far as the VAT is concerned. We should not think only about the negative aspect, which is coming as a new way of tax system, which was not here till date. Then what are the challenges? As I told you before, the VAT is not an expense to the entity, but there are certain challenges which we have to think of. What are the challenges? The main challenge is the impact on the cash flow. What is the impact on the cash flow? Suppose you are importing goods from China and you are paying 5% customs duty, and that was it till date. But from 1st January 2018, suppose you are importing goods worth 100,000 and 5% customs duty, 5,000 will be the customs duty, and your total cost is 105,000, and you have to pay 5% VAT on the goods which you are importing, which will be 5,250. So your total cash outflow, additional cash outflow is 5,250, which was not there before. But this 5,250, as I mentioned before, is not an expense. It is just an input tax which we paid, which we can set it off against our output tax. But the cash flow impact, what I'm telling is that we have to pay the tax to the government when we are importing the goods. When we are going to get, or when we can adjust this balance is only when we are selling the goods. So the major impact is, till the time we sell the goods, there is a cash outflow from our side, and that is a major impact as far as the business people is concerned. One major impact is the cash flow impact. Then another impact is as far as the remittances is concerned of unrecoverable VAT. What is that impact? Suppose we issued an invoice, and when we are selling the goods to the customer and we issued an invoice, say 60 days credit or 90 days credit, we have to pay the VAT to the government, and subsequently this debt becomes unrecoverable or it becomes bad. What will happen? So there are provisions in the VAT law to approach the government and try to get it back, the VAT we paid, but that is not an easy task, because we have to submit many documents, and we have to give all the documents to prove that it becomes a bad, so that will take a lot of time. But we have already paid the VAT to the government, but it becomes bad and we are not in a position to collect the amount from customer, and that will be another impact for a business entity. Then another impact as far as the VAT is concerned is there are certain expenses which we are incurring in the business. So many of the expenses for the business can be adjusted against our input tax. But there are certain expenses which are incurring for the business, which cannot be settled, like employee entertainment expenses and similar expenses, which the details of the expenses which cannot be settled will come in the executive regulation, but there are certain expenses which business entity has to absorb. So in such cases also, there is an impact for the business entity. Then another major concern is the streamlining of accounting function. As I said before, there are many organizations or many small entities where accounts is not considered as a major requirement or as a function. So, but that is not possible anymore because we have to submit VAT return every quarter or according to the tax period, which will be decided by the government. So quarterly returns is a must and a compulsory requirement. And for submitting the VAT return, you need to have a proper accounting system. That is one thing. Second thing is it is mandatory requirement to keep the books of accounts and all the documents of the company for the next 5 years because there can be tax audit from the tax authority within a period of 5 years. Means you have, it is compulsory to keep the books of accounts for a period of 5 years. That is another impact or another challenge for the business community where tax is something new here. Then the additional process of VAT registration from 1st of October, VAT registration is going to start and all the entities which will fall under the threshold, either compulsory requirement of threshold or optional requirement of threshold, need to register with the VAT authority and we have to be ready for that. Then we have to have an accounting software or anything if we are not already not have any such things. So these are the major challenges or major impact as far as the VAT is concerned. Otherwise, as I mentioned before, VAT is not an expense for the entity and so there will not be an additional, apart from this, there will not be an additional cost to the company. And as per VAT law, what is the VAT percentage fixed by the government? Here in UAE, has fixed a very low VAT rate. It's only the 5% VAT for majority of the items. And there are certain items at 0% and there are certain items which are exempted. If we consider GST in India, it goes up to 28%. So the rate we consider, it is very low in UAE and there is no much thing to concern about the increase in the cost of living or inflationary trend. So what are zero rated? Article 45 and Article 46 details about zero rated items and exempted items. Healthcare is a zero rated item. Education and relevant supplies and services are zero rated item. The new residential house or any residential house constructed and sold within a period of 3 years is zero rated. Then purchase and sale of gold as an investment, that is 99% pure gold or gold bullion, which is being used as an investment is exempted, but gold jewelry is not exempted. It will come under ornaments and gold silvers are not exempted, but gold bullion is exempted. And as far as exempted items, life insurance, bare land, margin-based services as far as financial institutions is concerned. As far as financial institutions, the banks are concerned, service fees is taxable. Means if you are paying service charges to the government, to the bank for loan processing or credit card fees or any of those types, that will be charged at 5%. But any margin-based, means interest we are paying or for the loans or anything, that is exempted. And the local passenger transport is also exempted. And zero rated, as far as zero rated, then export to outside the country, outside GCC, then first sale of residential property, which I already mentioned, then B2B within GCC, that's also exempted. So all these items which are zero rated, what is the difference between zero rated and exempted items? So zero rated means it is a 0% of tax. It doesn't mean that it is exempted item. Only thing is the tax rate is 0. That means If there is an input tax, which we already paid input tax, credit is there, which we can try for the refund from the government against these zero rated items. But as far as exempted items, we will not be in a position to claim. Then what is the steps we have to take? Means VAT is now on the doorstep. From 1st of January, VAT is going to be implemented in UAE. So what we have to do? Now it is the time to take some action as far as our preparations are concerned. If we do not have proper books of accounts, if you do not have any system of accounting, we have to think of keeping our books of accounts proper or streamlining our accounts, because there will be an authority to come and look into our books of accounts from henceforth. And from 1st of October, VAT registration is going to start. So that process need to be then identifying the risk. Then there are certain areas which we have to take care of, because there are certain risk areas in the business. The contracts earlier, till now the system, we were not looking into how we operate the business, whether it can be, because the invoice, suppose the revenue part is only a percentage of our total billing, because we may be collecting 10% of commission, but we may used to bill earlier as the full amount as the invoice, and then the 90% cost which we had to pay to somebody also we book it as cost and all those things. So these areas which we need to look into or need to take care, because what all amount we are invoicing is subject to VAT. So we have to look into how we have to process our systems, how we have to arrange our agreements, our contracts with the customers, and all those things we need to take care of, because the invoicing, what we are invoicing is subject to VAT. Then this is another area which we have to be taken care of. Why we have to fall into these compliances? Because there are penalties if we are not complying with the VAT provisions. There are two types of penalties they mentioned. One is administrative non-compliance and another is tax evasion. If it is an administrative non-compliance, like we have to register but we are not registering, or we have to maintain books of accounts, we are not maintaining books of accounts. We have to submit returns every quarter, but we are not submitting returns. So such administrative compliance, if we are not complying, then the fine is not less than 500 for any violation and shall not exceed 3 times of the tax. That is for administrative. And FIT, if they feel that there is a non-compliance, it can, even though they are asking us to keep the books of accounts and the other documents only for 5 years, but if they feel there is a non-compliance, they can come anytime within a period of 15 years. And as far as tax evasion is concerned, it is 5 times the amount of tax, and it can even go up to imprisonment. So these are the areas as far as these are all I already explained about how is the VAT system or how we have to pay the VAT amount. It is the difference between the input tax and the output tax, and who has to pay and who has to bear the impact. As far as the VAT is concerned, the impact is mainly on the end customer. We are going to a supermarket and buying goods for us, we have to pay additional 5%. And there comes the impact. Otherwise, as far as the business entities are concerned, the impact, as I told you, there is no any additional expense in terms of VAT. only because it is an adjustment of input and output tax. And all the expenses, what we are incurring for the business, like rent, what we are paying, electricity, water we are paying, if we are paying VAT, it can be adjusted against our input tax. So, and if suppose we are importing goods from China or any other outside country, and we are paying, and we are the importer, and we are, in that case, we have to pay VAT on behalf of the supplier, and that can be adjusted through a mechanism called reverse charge mechanism, because the supplier is in China and he is not registered here. So we are paying to the government on behalf of the supplier, and but what we have paid to the government can be adjusted against our input tax. So there is also, even though we are paying on behalf of the supplier, there is no any tax impact in that aspect also. Then as far as the VAT is concerned, what is the need of the VAT? As I explained, it is for providing high quality public service. It is adding to for the infrastructure and roads and improvement of all the services, because it is billion revenue in the first year and 20 to 27 billion in the subsequent year. And what are the records to be maintained? That is also explained in the VAT law. We have to keep all the invoices, copy of the original invoices, then purchase bills, and copy of the VAT returns we are filing, and any debit notes, credit notes, all these things we need to keep for a period of 5 years, because tax authorities can visit and look into our documents at any point of time. And this is a normal question again: is VAT an addition to import duty? Yes, VAT is an addition to import duty. Only thing is, import duty or customs duty is a cost to the business, but as far as VAT is concerned, it is not a cost to the business, but it can be adjusted against our. Okay, this is as far as the VAT is concerned, and as far as we consultants are concerned, any support or help in this regard, and even Stuart and Hamlin is also doing VAT impact study and VAT support services, and you can be contacted for any of VAT related services. And that's it, and thank you for listening, and thank you Mr. Sujit for the invitation to make a presentation. And if there is any questions, it can be asked.
Thank you very much, Mr. Joseph Philip, for a very informative, and that is really the hot topic nowadays. Even if there were some rumors that UAE will be delaying the VAT implementations, but they have ruled out all the confusions, and the country will be going ahead with the implementations on the proper time. So may I request our CEO, Mr. Sajid Kumar, to kindly lead the question and answer session, please.
Thanks, Mr. Joseph. It was very much informative. On business perspective, we have questions where on behalf of the business class, UAE, India considering to that what India can contribute to UAE in good service level and quite lot. So because Indian professionals, they can able to support UAE in the immediate way, where India is also one step ahead for implementing GST. So in this scenario, if Indian professionals, whenever they are coming to start their business, to set up their chartered accountant house, or practicing as a tax consultant or tax agent, so which all are provisions in the UAE law where they can come up and they can set up their own business across UAE?
See, as far as business, means Indian professionals coming into UAE and start business, it is, for them, it is a convenient opportunity because in India, as far as India is concerned, in the taxation, it is a very matured country. And we are having VAT system for such a long period, and now we migrated to GST from July. So the professionals back from India are already matured as far as handling tax operations are concerned. Only thing is, when they are coming to UAE, there are the professions as far as VAT is concerned, anybody can come and practice. Only thing is, the tax agent part, it is mentioned the tax agent in the law, but they have the details of who can be registered as a VAT agent will be published in the executive regulation, and it is yet to publish. They have only mentioned tax agent. It should be a professional, and it should be a separate license holder in VAT practicing. But what are the specific requirements for a VAT agent is not because it is mentioned in the law that it will be intimated through the executive regulations, which are not yet published. But as far as chartered accountants who are coming from India to practice in Dubai or UAE, the main requirement is here there is no audit body. In India, there is Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. So here, Ministry of Economy is controlling the audit function. So Indian Chartered Accountants, when coming to India, they have to take an approval to be an approved auditor from Ministry of Economy to practice as an auditor. So that Ministry of Economy approval is a slightly difficult task. It's not an easy task because all the credentials we have to submit, and we have to equalize our certificates from India because the Indian Chartered Accountancy as such, since there is no any equal qualification here, they will look into our graduation certificate, and it need to be equalized with the UAE certificate. So in such cases, the only issue as far as getting economic means certification or approval from Ministry of Economy is the major concern. Otherwise, Indian Chartered Accountants is a good time, but practicing as a consultant, providing the impact study, tax implementation, and technology support as far as because IT support is the main risk factor here because many of the companies do not have any accounting software or anything. So such areas, there is a very good chance for Indian professionals, and nowadays many of the Indian professionals have already started coming here, they already started practicing, and many people instead of doing their own practice, they are trying to associate with firms like us to how to collaborate their expertise and their experience in this by in association with the existing chartered accountants firm here.
So it's very much clear that not only chartered accountancy firm setting up, other than that, the opportunities are there for VAT agent, then also to service IT related services and software related services to provide a huge potential, huge opportunities are coming up in UAE, across UAE. Again, one more thing, VAT, whenever VAT is coming on the other side, the positive things when we are analyzing the pricing factors, the quality of business, who all are coming up and who all are starting the business. So because of this VAT implementation, the quality of business is going to increase. That's if we are saying one example, the price stabilizing factor across UAE. Now we can say the 7 Emirates and different quality and different prices are going on. By implementing this VAT, a stabilization of the quality of the product and price of the product. What is your views on that?
Exactly. That is a very, very true fact what you are telling, because as I mentioned in my presentation, the major positive aspect as far as VAT is concerned is that discipline is going to bring into the business fraternity and how we are doing business. Till now, it is people are starting their own business in a small way or a big way, and I'm doing my business on my own, and there is nobody to show, or there are no authorities to look into, and so that aspect has already gone. From when VAT comes, there is an authority to look into your operation, how you are doing your operation, what is the price you are, what is the invoicing, what are the documents you are maintaining. So in all these areas, and a discipline is going to come. So that once that discipline comes, so as far as the market is concerned, as far as the customer is concerned, customer is going to benefit actually. And also, as I mentioned, see, even the bankers, nowadays, the numbers what we are giving to the bank, so the reliability depends on the person to person. So there may be cases that like that also. So that also now going to be changed, because there is a proper books of accounts are maintained, and so bank can rely on the numbers, and because of that, what is the advantages? SME sectors, small scale business opportunity. SME sectors is going to be benefited because bank may think of financing more to the SME sectors. Now, in between, banks discontinued that SME sectors or were not eager to finance the SME sectors. Again, that may going to restart because banks can rely more on the numbers. Even the in-house reports also bank can rely more because, so this will be a boost to the SME sectors as well. That is what I believe.
Excellent. That was amazing. And final question to you. So the existing players and the new business people are also coming in, where they can able to get into that VAT service and activities. What kind of advice as a senior chartered accountant firm and representing that firm by you? So what's your advice to them?
So those who are coming and starting here in UAE, they have to understand the market, the industry practices here and what are the type of industries here. Because in India it is a big country and there are a lot of manufacturing entities and a lot of different VAT structures from 0% to 28%, a different VAT structure. So when they are coming here, it is comparatively very easy for them. But here, the majority of the entities, there are 400, 500 companies is expected to be registered from 1st January for VAT. And out of that 500, if we look into around 50, 60, more than 60, 65% are very small and we cannot even call it SME, even lower than SME sectors, MSME sectors. So when people are coming, our professionals are coming from India or any other country to UAE expecting a lot of business, they have to understand that the area which they have to cater is this SME or MSME sectors and may not be the major manufacturing or giants, because that is very minimal percentage here.
So thank you so much. Here UAE India Business Fest is exploring the opportunities for VAT implementation and its opportunities. Definitely Indian professionals, chartered accountants, tax practitioners, even though accountants and the software and hardware companies can come up and supporting the VAT implementation of UAE. Thank you so much, Mr. Joseph. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Joseph Philip. That was a very informative and entertaining session. May I request Mr. Sajid Kumar, our CEO, to kindly hand over the memento as a token of respect to Mr. Joseph Philip, please. Thank you very much, sir. That was Mr. Joseph Philip, Country Managing Partner, Stewart Hamlin Chartered Accountants in UAE. We'll move on to the next topic. May I welcome our next speaker for the day, Advocate Genevieve John. He is the Associate, Singhania and Company, solicitor and advocate in UK and India, UK Executive Committee member, Indo-European Business Forum from UK. He will be giving an informative session on the added advantages and legal frameworks for UAE India business class through European business networks. May I welcome Advocate Genevan John. Mr. Genevan John is a solicitor of the Supreme Court of England and Wales and an Indian advocate. He started his legal practice in the year of 2001 in India in the areas of litigation. He associated with Singhania and Company London in the year of 2006, specializing in immigration laws, corporate and communication laws and contracts. Please welcome Advocate Genevan John.
Hello. Good afternoon to everyone. My name is Genevan John, and I'm an associate in Singhania and Co Solicitors. Our office is in 134 Buckingham Palace Road. I'm also an Indian advocate, and we got offices in all major cities in India and in New York. I'm also the executive committee member for Indo-European Business Forum, which our advisory committee members comprising of the MPs, lords, members of the European Parliament, industrialists, and other entrepreneurs who are well successful. And the main idea of the Indo-European Business Forum is to promote the businesses between the India and the UK and Europe. So I just came in for some work purpose, which if I say I got an Indian client, which is an Indian listed company, who have a fundraising aspect from the UK banks, which they are having an office in Dubai on the basis that this is the gateway to Africa and other Middle East. So I think this got a significance to the topic which I'm going to talk here, which it says that how the European business networks is going to plug into the business aspects of the India and UAE bilateral trade relations. If I go on quickly, see, this is a subject which need to more explore in which all regions it can go on, but to the knowledge at the moment, if we look in, we can say that various opportunities at the moment which comes in is that it may be like an investor from India and maybe a local partner in UAE, and there could be a funder or a fundraising aspect or a brand or some these sort of areas in which maybe a kind of collaboration can come in. If we look into the European business networks, what we could say is there are a lot of companies which is having a very high skill set, innovation, and they're very mature in the market. Their experience is one of the strength if we get a right partner to do the business in over here. If one of the top end business network in Europe, which is called the Enterprise Europe Network, which is in 60 countries and having around 3,000 experts in it. Even the non-EU members can get participate into this network. So I think if we look at from in these whole spectrum, the areas which can seriously look into by the business people here and from India is maybe on the brand side, maybe on the technology, skills, know-how. Maybe other side is on to the raising of funds from the London Stock Exchange, private equity, external commercial borrowings, crowdfunding, all these areas. So the main strength which comes in is the knowledge and the skill from the European side, from the fundraising aspect side, the skill side, and we have to really see what are the other components from the Indian side, from the Indian region, and what are the components from the UAE side, the people who are participating in it. So I think with this note in mind, it's a very brief one on. So I think I'm just concluding. If anyone got any questions or any area to bit explore, I'm happy to take it up now. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Genevan. May I request our CEO, Mr. Sajivan, Mr. Sajid Kumar, to kindly lead the question and answer session.
Yeah, so thanks, Mr. Genevan. Indo-Europe, this business connection, UAE has a relevant role on that. And Dubai is also taking that part in a detailed way. Whenever Europeans are moving, India expats moving to India, even Emirates is also giving that the provision to get down here and shopping, at least start or learn the business and going back to India. Yeah. So this culture is already there within UAE, and exploring Indians and Europeans are exploring these opportunities from UAE. Where UAE India Business Festival is seeing that the opportunities where the business class living in UAE and India will get additional support from the European business class, whether in Europeans or Indians. In that perspective, considering the various non-oil sectors activities are going on, so because this as a part of diversification, what's your views on that? Funding is, as you mentioned, it's an important factor for any kind of businesses to start the business from the startup to MNC here, even though I think you can support for the branding, introducing the new brands, European brands here in India and UAE. So what's your views on that? How you can, Indo-European Business Forum can able to help, and UAE India Business Forum and IBMC, we can go together to support this in this changing economical scenario.
Yes. Yes, this is something which we really need to sit and work out. What's the best way for the members of IBMC can get the supports from the Indo-European Business Forum. One way how we can take it is, we got highly prominent people from the arena of Indian and the UK business forums and the political forums, which one of the best ways, if your member comes with some very specific things, like maybe they are into maybe tourism business, or if they are into healthcare, any such sort of things, we would be able to identify, or at least to help to see a right partner from in UK, Europe, or India, who at least we can arrange a meeting for them to take this further forward. So I think that could be one of the ways which we will be able to help. And the other way is, we normally organize high-profile events, normally in London and in Delhi and Mumbai. So we can think of more, maybe in the coming years, to do something if we see a real need or a thrust for the people from here. So that could be the different ways which the people get meet each other, mingle among, and to see what their real opportunities are, what their requirements are. I think that should be one of the ways we should take this up at this moment. I will explore more when we take steps furthermore on.
That's great. So good news for India UAE business class, where UAE India Business Forum and is providing additional support from European side, Indo-European Business Forum, and IBMC is going to sign the MOU today to support this diversified economical scenario, to support all the business class, existing business class within UAE, and also inviting business class from India to UAE. Thank you, Mr. Genevan. Thank you so much for your all efforts and wonderful presentation.
All right. Thank you very much, Sajid, for giving me this opportunity and for the supports from Emirate and all your team who are doing it very wonderfully. Thank you very much. And thank you for all the audience. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Genevan. May I request Mr. Sajid Kumar, our CEO and Managing Director, to kindly give a token of respect to Mr. Advocate Genevan John. Thank you very much, sir. That was Advocate Genevan John, Associate Singhani and Company, and Solicitor and Advocate in UK and India. We'll move on to the next topic. Our next key speakers for the day is Mr. Adnan Mohammed bin Abdullah, is a Managing Director of Edition and Bahanas UAE, and he will be taking the session today on organic processed food, the opportunities in UAE. May I welcome Mr. Adnan Mohammed bin Abdullah. Mr. Adnan believes that everyone's lifestyle is interrelated of how much literacy and knowledge they have, and he is a strong believer that learning is from the cradle to the grave. He is a sole entrepreneur and the founder of Edition International, an educational research and development firm, as well as Bahanas General Trading. He is a self-esteemed developer, trainer, and entrepreneur and mentor. He has spent 17 years working in the business development and information technologies. He's decided to lead and create the real development using technologies, striving to help new generation to live with smart technologies. Adnan's education aspect continued to be a lecturer for Dubai employees certified by Dubai Human Resource Department. His objective became more realistic and valuable, believing that literacy is the path of nation's development. He has received his 2 master's degrees in quality management from Wollongong University in Dubai and in business administration from Columbus University in US. He is mainly working in business development consultation for smart technologies and smart education using augmented and virtual reality and IoT. You can find more about him in LinkedIn because it's a very detailed profile. We are very happy to have you here today, Mr. Adnan. Most welcome, and please take us through the organic process for the opportunities in UAE. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Anoop. Good morning, everyone. Actually, good afternoon. I would like always to thank Mr. Sujit Tamar and Anoop. I've been here for the 3rd time in the UAE India Business Festival, and it is my great pleasure to be one of the speakers today. Today I'm going to talk about, from the introduction Mr. Anoop just said about the educational technologies business that I'm focusing on, plus the general trading where we do the food business. I'm going to take you over today about the organic processed food and the future of the organic food in UAE, and the business opportunities, of course. Let's first talk about what is the organic processed food, what is all about. Slides. No. Next slide. Yeah. Okay. So, just briefly speaking about the organic processed food is organic production, or it can be defined as a ecological production management system that promote and enhance biodiversity, biological cycle, and soil activity. So when we hear about organic food, we all think that organic food should not contain any artificial ingredients. It should be coming from an organic land, soil, not using any chemicals to grow up the products. Then from these lands, there's different plants were being planted on this ground to get the seed and reap the seeds out. These plants or foods that we plant on the organic land are it's not very common nowadays around the world. There is some part of the world they are really emphasizing on the organic, but now today if we want to we are talking about the growing of the organic food in UAE. Then the processed food that is one of the focused items that we are looking for, and UAE actually consumers are looking for. Next slide. The trend in the UAE for the market, or the organic food market, is it's growing. The sales are like it's growing. More people are like looking for a healthy lifestyle, looking for good food for their daily consumption, for their own children, for their own families. Today also the awarenesses of the organic food being now is more awarenesses in the UAE market for the people, since the health problem, diabetes, blood pressures are like increasing, and the governments are suffering from bearing the cost of health, and it's where the also people having a problem of bearing the expense of health. And they are trying to also give them the awareness to maintain their lifestyle, their health, their bodies by consuming the right food, consuming the healthy food, where these food does not contain artificials again, no artificial colors, no additional ingredients which is not healthy. Also, one of the trends that now the organic food nowadays in the market it's not just in the UAE, it's globally tends to be higher than the normal food. The cost of the organic food is higher than the normal food. So this is how this is how we define the organic food in the market. In the market, it's healthy, it's good for people. People are looking for good food, but still the price is high, the cost is high. Next, please. Next, please. Okay. In the health and the wellness trend, there is an opportunities that there's business opportunities here through these points that I've just mentioned, that UAE has one of the highest obesity rates in the world. Consumers are taking notice and moving to healthier lifestyle and diets. So this is an opportunity here. People changing their lifestyle, their healthy lifestyle, going toward organic food. the growing interest in healthy diets and lead the consumer to spend more time at home instead of eating out in recent years. Demands also now, we are experiencing now, since we have been in the market importing different organic processed food from different countries around the world. We have been experiencing that the sales of this organic food, where we had a doubt at the beginning it would not move faster because the price is higher, but we turned to experience that no, people would be happy to pay more to consume healthy food, to consume organic food. So there's an opportunities here going there in UAE, and it is growing up. Then through UAE also we had an easy access to other GCC countries, where also this concept is growing over the 6 countries. The biggest country is Saudi Arabia, then talking about Oman, going all the way down to other countries, GCC countries. Next. Okay. Here I'm going to talk about the industry sectors and showing how the industry sector is growing. If we look at the food and beverage, where food and beverage tobacco percentage is 8.6 in the 8.6 percentage over the plants per sectors. So the food and beverage here, I mean, this shows the all on food and beverage percentage, which is taking a good percentage out of the industry. Out of this now, the organic food is taking a place out of 8.6. So there's growing in the organic sector industry, which is also give us an indicator that the organic business food is moving fast now. Okay. Talking about the part of imports, importing the goods from other countries. So India has been identified as the largest international market for UAE companies. So now many UAE companies, they're importing items from India. So there is an opportunity here. Of course, it is over different industries, but I mean the food is part of these industries. So showing in the top 10 countries, India is taking the highest percentage of 17.4. This is in import, the import categories. In the non-oil export, also Indian is taking top is 31.7 percentage, and also the re-export to India as well, it is taking the highest percentage. So if we look at this graph, it shows us that there is a real business happening between UAE and India, and I'm sure that this is something not new, but it is growing. It is growing, and I think most of us knows that after the MOU signed between the UAE and India of this investment, the huge investment, now the more UAE companies and Indian companies tend to work together, tend to invest in UAE and invest back to India. So that is also a growing trend. Okay, in this graph I'm showing GCC, the food consumption in GCC in 2017. If you look at the UAE, among all the GCC countries, then we find out that UAE has 21% of the food consumption in 2017. So that is a big pie of the business that's happening there. and that was estimated, and it was raised by 4.2 rather than 2000 from 2012 and 2017. That was the trend, the raise 4.2. And here showing the categories of food consumption growth. We have from top the dairies 5.2%, then the 4.2 for the I can't read it. What's that? Then 3.6 for the fruits, the meat 3.4, and the vegetables. So there is a growth in the food consumption, and these are the categories of the food. And the others also, there's other food is growing. Also shows the food consumption over the countries. It shows the UAE is 4.4% in the consumption growth. Now, let me tell you a little bit about our experience in the organic food in UAE, especially us in the company. We go outside, search for the food, the processed food, ready food like in organic tea bags, or some organic. We're bringing like peanut butters, which contains the organic ingredients. And since we get good quality in Western company and in Western countries and in US, then we normally will end up getting it in higher price, because the manufacturers there, they have their own price, and then the shipment has a price, and then the storage has a price. So the consumer gets the price, the end price. It's after all margins have been added, it's much higher than the normal food. The normal food, that the same category of the food, for example, peanut butters. Let's talk about. So the price is high. We know that price is high. That's why we had the doubt at the beginning to bring these items and say, okay, let's experience the market. But we tend to have a very good sales over the shelf in the hypermarkets in Dubai and other resellers across the UAE. So we understood that, okay, there's a consumers who are really looking and willing to pay extra amount to have a good, healthy organic food. Then we start to bring other items from different countries, Italy, US, and some other European countries. So we thought about, okay, now since we have a good business relation with India, and since India is a good place where it can be used to plant an organic food, it has the land, it has the ability to invest in, grow up the plants over there, make the products, organic processed products, and then bring them ready to the UAE, and then we can take it in the market, put it on the shelf, take it to the consumer hands. So we have done a small study over there, and we're still working on doing more with India. So the opportunities, we are very sure that the organic item can be produced in India and can be sold in UAE and GCC, and from UAE and GCC even to other Middle East countries with much lesser price than the items comes from European countries, because the cost is there is different. The labors are much expensive. Then that's normally the price will end up higher. The price will end up, it's challenging in the market. Now we are experiencing now some of the companies trying to penetrate in the market with the organic processed food and having the competitive prices in the market, which is very important element to have. So we have a plan to bring the organic processed food to the level of the normal food prices. It should not be that big different. Like again, if we take like a normal peanut butter product in the market, which costs 12 dirhams, if you bring the organic food, it costs 35 dirhams. So that is a big difference. People will always think, okay, the people are concerned about the prices, because we want to target everyone. We want to target not just the people who can afford it, people who can afford it, and make the people who cannot afford it now to be able to afford the prices. So if the products, if the organic product goes to the same level of the normal products, then there is a huge opportunity of business. There's a $1 billion business behind that, and that is not yet in the UAE and in a wider geographic places, but there is a big opportunities to bring this in here, and then this is the time. Now it's the time to move on, to work with Indian farmers, to work with Indian manufacturers, to produce these items and bring them to UAE and GCC. That is a huge opportunity. Yeah, this is a few numbers about the retail sales of the GCC and the amount in 2017 for the food. It reached 106 billion US dollar. That is a huge difference between 2012 and 2017. That's over the GCC. UAE, if you look on the left side top, UAE in 2007 was like has a 27%. 2017 is 22%, but that is I mean that number also shows the percentage out of the total increase. So 2007 it was 59 billion, and 2017 is 106 billion. So that is also a huge number. It's not a less number. Please, next. All right. This is the opportunity of organic food. Now, I'm always saying this: the number one business is food. We cannot stop eating. We have to eat. So people changing their lifestyle. They're looking at their health. They are taking care about their children. They are taking care about their environment. So this is the alternative. Now the organic food is one of the alternative lifestyle, which people will always seek for. They will be consuming, eating, especially for their children, for themselves, and just try to avoid diseases and other and to maintain their lifestyle, healthy lifestyle. I would like to thank you all. If you have any questions about the organic food and the business in UAE, I would be more than welcome to answer questions.
Thank you very much, Mr. Adnan. May I request Mr. Sajid Kumar, our CEO, to kindly lead the Q&A session.
Mr. Adnan, and to the opportunities on business side, organic is always there on the top. And considering UAE, India, import-wise, India is on the top. Consumption level, UAE is there on the third in GCC as per your presentation. So the vegetable side, again, if it is comparing that to the other products, it's less than 3.5% as per your presentation. Here, what it's showing that the opportunities
for Indian farmers. IBMC through UAE India Business Festival always supporting MSME, SME sectors, and also from the farmer side. So farmers can come up such a level and they can produce from India itself and they can supply across UAE. And based on our earlier conversation with Mr. Adnan, UAE investors, they are also welcoming farmers from India to UAE to start cultivation like the vertical farming and all. So those kind of opportunities are there for Indian companies, Indian farmers and intermediaries who all are handling the agro products. So they can come up in a large scale. UAE is giving warm welcome to all, and definitely UAE India Business Festival, UAE India B2B Center, IBMC is also coordinating, also started coordinating with the Adnan's group, and few companies from India, they are ready to export organic products to UAE. So as per the requirement, even though whatever productions are happening from India, the 100% UAE is having the capacity to import. Am I right? So in this scenario, you have already done the studies about how to go there and giving the opportunity, giving the investments over there to plant or cultivate from India itself, or taking just the finished product to import. So what all support you can able to provide to that Indian intermediary?
Yeah, sure. We can support the Indian investors in the market, the UAE market and GCC. We are already penetrated in the hypermarkets, over 30 stores over the UAE, plus 15 resellers also over the UAE. This is one. Second, we do help them to understand the market, give them the market strategy, and look at the niche market in marketing in the UAE. We also can help them to understand the law of the UAE in terms of regulation, in terms of to understand. That is also in a proper way, and how can they make business out of it. Yeah.
That's great. So the next opportunities.
Whatever the water we are drinking, we called it mineral water. And this mineral water, what exactly, how it is coming, how it is reaching to us, I have something to discuss with you, to tell you the fact, and how we can improve our lifestyle. I like to add my previous speaker, Mr. Adnan Abdullah, Mr. Adnan Adnan bin Abdullah. He rightly said the awareness. Because of awareness, our lifestyle is changing, improving. And we are going to live 120 years. One survey report was there that they surveyed according to the food style and the nutritions and various types of food etiquettes, our lifestyle will be 120 years. And then scientists also warned, if 120 years people are living, then what about the income support? If we do not have income support, then it will be a big disaster. Because in that age, we will be living with somebody's mercy. So exactly how it is, we need to know. But one thing we should not forget. We want to live. We want to live longer. We don't want to die. Now this project of potable water development, the name is, I have not mentioned yet. It will be one of the unique way to produce it. The e-commerce development A to Z means what I mean to say, from production to bottling and reaching to the customer. Customer will come to know each and everything, how it is coming, processing, who is doing the research and development center, who is doing the testing, the quality testing, how it is bottling. So the product, every product will have unique code number and QR code. When we are with the smartphone, when we scan it, we will get all the informations. How this, when this bottle is, bottling is done, and what about the water tank? How, who did the lab testing? Everything will come in the picture. This will be a totally different way of producing the quality of the product. Moreover, I want to sell the trust. I want to build the trust and sell it. And my dream is to establish one pilot project anywhere in the world, and then establishing to all over the world. We'll have factory, all different location, and it will be centralized. So then people may not believe. I have something very interesting. This will happen only advance payment, no credit business, and no delivery. If anybody want, they will come to the factory, they will collect themselves, or it can be transported to them through other transport service provider, and they will pay for it. So everything will be through e-commerce. I have surveyed a few supermarkets and hypermarkets. I have seen only 3 companies I could see the pH. pH is a very important factor. I'll come to that. Now, the global recognition, the international authority certifications with WHO, they want a warning letter to few companies in Calcutta that the company, they are producing water with less than 100 TDS. Less than 100 TDS, it is a hypotonic water. It is sweet, but hypotonic. It is aggressive, and it gives lot of health problems. Nobody knows. Because when water also oxidizes, when water oxidizes, it doesn't change the color. it doesn't change the taste. So how to know what we are drinking, whether it is good or bad, or it is healthy, or it is giving us health problems? This is a question mark. And this will be the eye opener to all the people. Within 3 years, we have a dream to have IPO. And within 6 years, should have 500 companies globally. 500 factories. Companies means it is factories, not companies. Now, if we talk about UAE, we may need maybe 1 or 2 factories will be enough. But what about India? India, we need to have at least maybe 50 or 100 factories because of the population. In China, maybe we need 200 factories. And after this, the share should be tradable to international stock exchange. And then 10 to 15 years, we should be present in everywhere, globally, in every country. Now this water to produce, we will have latest technology where we will not have any competition, to be honest with you. Because the manufacturing, the instrument, the engineering and all, it will be only with us. We will not share with anybody. Now, as we know, as I told you, we have many types of water. Many companies are producing water, but pH is not mentioned. Only 3 companies, they have mentioned the pH, and that pH is not up to the mark. Very close to the 7, and 7 is neutral. I have a picture in that. I should go to there. Now, who will be our target customer? Not only the human being, even the animals, pets. Now, there was a survey done by 24/7, Emirates 24/7, and they have seen that from 1 dirham to 34 dirhams costing half liter to 750 ml bottle. We need to learn. Still people are marketing, people are doing business. 34 dirhams, less than a liter water, it is too much. Even then, they have not mentioned the pH, TDS, and other things. Now, I have done the survey with all this. Personally, I did it. It is coming 800 ml. Almost average, if we see, it is coming 750 ml average. And it is coming 23 dirhams. From Norway and New Zealand, it is showing 23 dirhams, just 750 ml water. And lowest is coming 455, 4 dirham 55 fils. These two companies have mentioned 7.1 and 7.2, and another one is not mentioned, Jima, is just 7. 7 is neutral. This pH is acidic. pH is acidic. Because when we are talking about the pH, is 7 is neutral. In the rainwater, we can see 7. Sometimes we feel that rainwater is very good for drinking because it is coming 7, it is neutral, it is fine, because we need not to pay such a huge money. Expensive water we need not to buy. But then we should not forget, rainwater also not safe. We know sometimes acid raining. And first time, when the monsoon starts, we have lot of dirty waters. Because in the atmosphere, lot of dust particles are there, lot of pollutions are there, and what we cannot drink that. Now, when I was doing the personal survey, I reached to one school, very big school. Their water is alkaline, but they don't want to drink. They said, no, our water tank, we cannot drink our water tank. So this is the problem. So they feel what the bottle is doing, if bottle is doing fine, if we are getting bottled water, even it is not up to the mark, fine, we'll drink that. So that's why I told you, I want to sell the trust. Now this is the picture when I was talking about the pH 7 is neutral, is rainwater. Below 7 it is acidic, sickness. It is giving lot of problems. But alkaline is above 7. Above 7 is going up to, for the human, up to 9.5 is the best one. But I don't know if anybody is producing 9.5. This is another technical issue. When we are drinking water, it is coming in the bulk cluster. 24 to 26 cluster it is coming. Now, bulk water is when we are taking, especially when we are taking cold water, after consuming lot of water also we feel thirsty. But you take a small sip of tea or coffee or something like, then immediately you feel, oh, you are fine. What happens? When you are taking normal water or hot coffee or tea or anything, immediately it is circulating to body because this is become user friendly. So what I have the technology, this will be light water. Light water means 5 to 6 cluster, only 5 to 6 cluster. This 5 to 6 cluster water will, for if you want to make tea, you need not to boil it. You need not to boil the water. Just put the tea bag or tea dust or whatever it is form you have, Just put it and take the tea, drink the tea. All this experiment I have done personally. When you are taking light water, it is very good for dehydration. Water also a good transporter, if we know, because water carrying the minerals, vitamins, all whatever we are consuming, it is taking through every tissues and cells, and along with oxygen. So, oxidation reduction potential, ORP, as I told you, ORP, it should be balanced. If it is not balanced, it is a problem. Sometimes we have 900 ORP, and sometimes we have less than 100. Less than 100 problem, above 900 also problem. So then what to do? TDS, we called it mineral water. What is that mineral water? The total dissolved solids. Now, total dissolved solids, it has a range. And if we don't have this control, what we are drinking, whether it is giving us benefit or giving us problem, health problems, we need to understand. So this is a setup cost I have, because this is one of the most high-tech way all this costing is done. So we just want to create awareness, nothing else, and trust developing. Because any clear bottle giving us water and we feel happy, we feel that this is the right water, we are getting it. We have what we are facing today, a major problem, major health problem, because of these plastic bottles. These plastic bottles is also giving health problems, and when it is exposed to sunlight, the plastic elements also dissolving in the water. It is contaminated. So it is contaminated, slow poison, nothing else, slow poison. Glass bottles are very good. It is welcome, because in the when it is transporting, it will not create any problem, but then it is going expensive. So then, do we have any other alternatives? If we see the most of the offices, they are using the big gallon, the 18 liters gallon. The 18 liters gallon, when they transport from factory to company or to supplying the end users, it is kept in the hot sun for hours together. Then what happened? Just imagine. I don't want to tell too much about this, because we should have alternative way to find out how to avoid all these problems. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Abdulaziz Rajab, the Chairman and CEO of Rajab Group UAE. May I request Mr. Sajid Kumar PK, our CEO, to kindly handle the Q&A session.
Mr. Abdulaziz, it was a wonderful presentation and also giving an opportunity of business. So, considering trust, quality, and innovation, it's a mandate for all business at this scenario.
You're right.
Considering the quality of food and water, that is also essential for all of us.
Very, very important.
In this water project, from 23 fields to 23 dirhams, that's what your survey was showing, from the New Zealand to Norway. We know that quality-wise, price will increase. So, business perspective, so 23 fields product, whether people can able to sell it in 23 dirhams, or what would be the percentage of profit we can expect normally from this water project?
See, this project, I am not talking about we have to make millions of dollars, which we cannot enjoy. So I want to go with a very, very reasonable price. It should be like 20-25% profit range. And our cost should not be more than 3.5 to 4 dirhams per liter, per 750 ml. And it depends if we have a can water or glass bottle, because we will not be using these plastic bottles, because plastic bottles have lot of problems. The awareness, the people are coming, they are knowing better. So with this, whatever the profit is there, then the certain percentage should go to the World Health Organizations and water projects for funding to establish some clean water to those who are not getting the water, those who are not getting the proper this clean water. So they are doing the very good initiative. They are doing lot of things. They have organized in India lot of oil well, this water well, and they are supplying. They are giving supplying to the people, those who have not.
What is the profitability resources from this project? Profitability percentage.
Profitability, if you think it should be 25%.
25%.
Yeah, 25%. Yeah.
So, can you please explain one more thing? Total amount for this project needed, phase-wise, at a short no needed.
See, a total project, it is for 1 year. Before I tell you the figure, I must tell you, this is for 1 year. After 1 year, within 1 year, our production should be ready. And then we'll have the cash flow, and this total investment should be taken out within 3 years.
Yeah, okay. So
within 3 years.
First year investment,
and
how much?
The first year, with a very, very high end, it is coming $10 million. Okay. But we can reduce it. See, it is not necessary. We need to go in a very big factory. Pilot project, a small project. When people know, the demand will be there. There will be a hue and cry. Everybody will love to have this water. And we will not supply, because this is our policy. We will not supply, and no credit business, only advance payment. when people they pay advance payment and only in the bulk, not in a small quantity. So the retailer will take care of this retailing. So when they collect, before they will pay, when the invoice will be generated automatically, then they will be informed what time their products are ready to collect from the factory. So these kind of things are there in the mind, and I hope.
Great. Thank you so much. So here UAE India Business Festival is also showcasing one more product that is for mineral water, and whichever sectors are coming down, the water demand and supply is going up. So a beautiful project is also ready with Mr. Abdulaziz, and through IBMC definitely we will discuss with the various kind of investors, and wishing you all the success in this project, and always IBMC is with you for implementing this project also. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. May I request Mr. Sajid Kumar to kindly hand over a token of respect, a moment to Mr. Abdulaziz Rajab. Thank you very much, sir. That was Mr. Abdulaziz Rajab, the chairman and CEO of Rajab Group, UAE. With this note, we will be having a lunch break right now, and we will rejoin at 2 p.m. Thank you very much. Please join us for the lunch.